Hi guys, welcome back to Mr. Movie Miles. I'm your host, Princess Con, also known as Connor, and today we're going to be reviewing Daredevil Born Again episode 5. Season 1, I guess, as well, but hey. So I just want to get straight into the story, and I'm going to kind of go by scene a little bit. I've got notes this time, so I'm a little bit more prepared than before, so let's get into it. So we start off with Matt going to the bank. Can't remember what he's going for, but we do know he's then seen by Kamala Khan's dad. Don't remember his name either, so I guess my notes didn't really help that much. But we get Matt talking to Kamala Khan's dad, and the scene was really cool at first, but I got a bit annoyed because the dad kept talking about Kamala, and it was kind of, it felt a bit shoehorned in to talk about Kamala just to kind of have that connection. You know, I knew who it was as a Marvel fan, I know who he was, but I guess it's there for like viewers who didn't know. But you know, if you haven't watched the show, I guarantee people won't know who Kamala Khan is. So once we're in the bank, we have these like thugs who are trying to, who come in and rob the bank. Obviously Matt's Daredevil, so his hearing is on point, and you know, he's trying to protect everyone and as much as he can without being Daredevil. So it's kind of seeing like a really cool side to him. It's kind of like seeing Batman and Bruce Wayne, where Bruce Wayne has to save the day. So I like this aspect of Matt having to save the day rather than Daredevil. So it did keep things really interesting, even though we didn't get Daredevil. I also want to point out that the background actors this episode they were awful. Like all of them, like the acting was just, yeah, it wasn't strong. It was really distracting, but in a funny way, I guess. Like I didn't mind it because it made me laugh, but yeah, the acting was just awful from all of them. So sorry guys. But yeah, I really do like the idea of a bank robbery where Matt has to save the day. Like I think it's really interesting, and I think that's a good way of kind of not showcasing Daredevil, but showcasing some action in like a really different way. Like, you know, we're all expecting Matt to be Daredevil at some point and come back and do his fighting, but this was a really good take on what he does outside of the suit and what he can do and what he's capable of, and turns out he's capable of quite a lot. We're also introduced to a police officer named Kim something, but she was a bit of an idiot, if I'm like, to be fair. I don't know if that was just the writing of the character or she was intended. I don't think she was intended that way, but I don't know, she tried to act as if she had like full control of the situation, and the robbers wanted her to feel like that, but like there was just really dumb things. Like she's like, yeah, we'll get you a car, like it's fine, like, you know, you guys can just go, we just want 2 hostages. And I don't know, she just felt really dumb. Like I don't think we really needed her, because by the end of it, Matt's the one who saved the day anyway, so her presence kind of just didn't make sense for me. I like Matt's like when he saves the couple who we kind of get introduced to a little bit earlier in the episode. I really like that he, you know, saves them and looks out for them so they can get out together. And obviously so he can stay in as well, but yeah, the acting on those actors, awful. What I really enjoyed was the kind of acknowledgement of people acknowledging Matt's blind, and yeah, they say some like horrible things to him, and they kind of take the piss out of him, and you know, it's not very nice, but I guess it's some good representation, I guess. You know, I'm sure people who are blind go through these things every single day, so I really like that they do that. I don't think they did that in I mean, I'm sure they did that in the original Netflix, but to see it here, I really enjoyed. I don't want to see anyone who's blind go through anything like that, but the fact that it does happen showcases that, you know, people are idiots, and it's not very nice. We also have like the Irish accent that people were doing, like Matt did it and so did Kim, and it was awful. Like it sounded horrible. Don't get me wrong, I'm terrible at accents, so I couldn't do just this at all, but geez, like they were all bad. Like, there was no point of them doing it. They didn't need to do it. I understand why Matt did do it, but I don't know, get someone who can do it. Maybe Kamala Khan's dad could do it. I mean, maybe he could, I don't know. That's probably punching, but yeah, it was awful. I really didn't like it, but it did make me laugh. So we have Matt then is able to go to the toilet to, you know, take at least one guard out, which I really liked the action sequence. It was a bit jump cutty, like it happened really fast, but I liked how the gun was about to drop and he caught it just in case it would like go off. Yeah, they really kept you not on your toes this episode. Like I knew everything was going to be okay, but I really enjoyed that, you know, they managed to do this condensed episode in just this one, you know, area, and they did it really well, so props to them. I also really enjoyed how Matt uses the same tactics the robbers and the police were using, you know, make everyone feel like they're in control, when by the end of it, the only person who was, in control was Matt, you know, and I guess the police kind of thought they were, and they will continue to think that they were, but it was Matt, it was always Matt, so I liked that aspect, you know, he can be the only guy, and he's blind, like, it's pretty sick. Then we have the vault, which like the robbers are always like trying to get into. We get, you know, Matt kind of saves Kamala Khan's dad, but then Matt kind of breaks in using his like you know, his abilities of, you know, his other senses. I really liked that. Was it a bit, I don't know, it was cool enough, I guess. Like, I don't think I loved it, but yeah, it's cool. Like, it shows that, you know, Matt's kind of unstoppable. Like, if he was evil, like, imagine, like, he could rob so many banks. Like, he could, I don't know, he could do so much more if he was a villain. Obviously, we don't want him to be a villain, but you can tell he holds back with a lot of things, you know. He's got ethics, I guess. One really big letdown, which I hated the scene so much, was the robber guy, the leader of the robbers, the bank robbers. He kind of asks Kim to like tell a joke, and he was like, well, you get like 10 more minutes or something like that. The joke, it was so cringe. Like, she's telling this joke in this Irish accent, which I've already touched on, like the accent's horrible, but it just made it worse. Like, it just went on forever. It was so bad, like I didn't like it. Even though the episode is really good and I did enjoy it, but Jesus Christ, like the accent, like it made it, the only thing that made that joke funny was her accent. The joke itself, I don't even remember it. I don't even think I laughed at it. I don't think I was paying attention because all I could think about was that awful accent. So we know that once the police enter, like Matt kind of like saves the day. He does his Daredevil thing without people actually knowing he's like a vigilante or they see him do anything, which is kind of strange. Like, you know, Matt can't see anything. So, you know, the fact that he gets away with a lot of stuff is jumping, but it works. Like, I like it. Like, I don't want people to catch him because it would just take the disbelief out of it. But I guess the disbelief always kind of does go out of it anyway. I mean, then again, they did use smoke. I'm sure they used smoke, so like people couldn't see Matt. But yeah, I feel like one person's gonna be like, who is that guy? Like, is he really blind? Another standout is when the robber guy kind of dresses up as a police officer to get out and make his escape. Really cool. I feel like someone should have noticed that though, like, because, yeah, oh, the sunlight. I feel like someone should have noticed that because, you know, like you work with these people, surely you're like, who is that guy? But I guess there's a lot of things people need to do in that moment. And then we get towards the end of the episode where we have the bank robbers escaping, and Matt knows this just by like his senses, you know, he knows the footprints, he knows how this guy breathes, his heartbeat. Like, it's really cool how Matt kind of perceives the world. So Matt goes after him and basically just beats the crap out of him, and I think Matt's been itching to do that. But also he wears this like WWE like terrible like mask, which is like, okay, cool. I get why he wears it. He doesn't want to be seen. But it was kind of crazy. Like, he just looked like a WWE like professional wrestler, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it was funny. But the action sequence was really cool. Like Matt's like brutality when he kind of like, he does something where it does like it breaks the guy's leg or something, and it's like, it's intense. And I want to see Matt be doing more of this stuff. However, this episode really did carry itself in what it was trying to do, even if the acting was really bad from a lot of people other than Charlie Cox. Charlie Cox's acting, phenomenal, like brilliant as always. And the last part of the story, I guess, is the diamond that the bad guys are after. It turns out Matt put it in the sweets, you know, which Kamala Khan's dad offered him earlier on in the episode. Cool, like it works. Like it's yeah, it was they call it a like fake out, I guess. Do you call it a fake out? I don't know, but I liked it. It's really cool. I saw someone say the theory that was like adamantium. I don't know. I don't think so, but we'll see, I guess. So lastly, let's get on to well, the characters. I guess we only really had Matt this episode. I know we had Kamala Khan's dad, but anyway, Matt. Stay focused, Connor. Stay with me, Phil. If you know that reference, let me know in the comments. Yeah, Matt, this episode, like, I really like it. Like, he's trying to save, you know, as many people as he can, but also stop these robbers. He is in full control of the situation, even though he's not, you know, Daredevil at the moment, or, you know, he's just Matt, and he's executing that really, really well. Like, like I said, he's in control of the situation. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's calm through the whole thing. He's not panicking, which, you know, it's a very panicking situation, and he's blind. Like, I think people, yeah, he can kind of see because of his senses, which, yeah, I guess, but this man cannot see anything. And it's so cool that, you know, he navigates the world in such a way that is so interesting to us as a viewer that we could never really understand because, one, we're not blind, and two, like, he's just cool. He's just a cool guy. Next, I want to talk about Kamala Khan. I know she wasn't in this episode, but there was a mention that she was in LA, I think, with like friends or something. I don't know if that's gonna like pay, you know, we're gonna get a payoff to that in like future MCU stuff, like what she's doing. But I'm interested to see what people think, and, you know, if you have an idea of what she's doing, like, let me know in the comments. But at the moment, I haven't got a clue. But let's get on to Kamala Khan's dad. He was good this episode. He gives this like sweet like character, but he's also like kind of the comedic relief a little bit at the start and towards the end. But I liked him. It was good to see like that side of the MCU kind of come into it. I think people thought with like She-Hulk that it'd be like a new like case every week, and I think it kind of was, but to see this kind of connection that we're getting Kamala Khan's dad, like that's really cool. That's something Daredevil would be like a part of, like if he needed help with something. I'd like to see more things like that, and they've done really well with like the cameos this season. So yeah, I hope we get more throughout. Overall, I really did enjoy this episode. I know we got no Fisk, but that's fine. Like this was a very matte episode. I know they released 2 episodes this week, so I'll watch that one tonight and put my review on for that for tomorrow. So I look forward to that. But a great episode, looking forward to the next one. And if you like this video, leave a comment, leave a like. If you could subscribe, you know, that'd be even better, like that'd be amazing. But you know, and it's busy, people are busy. But the like definitely, like leave like 2 seconds, leave a like, you know, helps out the channel. And yeah, thanks for watching guys. I'll see you in the next one, and bye.